Hey love bugs, this Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been going through to get to, I'm sending blessings towards your way. Okay? Whatever you're needing, whatever you have been chatting, only you and God knows about, whatever you're trying to heal from. You're getting, cutting addictions to certain people, getting out of certain situations, overcoming certain obstacles, or even different things you're trying to manifest into your fruition. I'm sending a million vibes towards your way. Anybody who's coming in with nefarious ass vibes, keeping that towards yourself. But if you have been watching my videos for a while, I don't think I said that because I messed up my intro. If you have not been watching my videos for a while, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and make sure you hit the all button so you know when I'm about to upload all my videos. If you're comfortable enough, drop me a line. I would love to get a chance to know you as much as you're knowing moi. And if you're comfortable enough, let me know where you're watching this from, and give a thumbs up and share. And the video I'm doing today is called You Bend, But You're Never Broken. Now, I feel like anything that breaks away from your life is just something that was just supposed to exist to teach you some kind of lessons, different things that you had to connect with to get towards that next, that next chapter in your life. I didn't think I was going to do videos today, but I've just been in deep reflection. My adopted father had passed over, not last Sunday that just passed, but the Sunday before that. People that knew, that wished condolences to me and sent prayers and blessings and stuff. I really do appreciate that. I know a lot of people, I don't let people into my private life like that too much unless it's like, bam, here's the video, because people tend to always want to send stuff your way. And when I really went through some spiritual warfare was really kicking my butt. But it just got to that point where I was getting the attacks. It was like different things. And I know I had mentioned certain things that I went through with my adopted father in my last videos. I can't remember what I was talking about, but it was something that I was saying, different things. And it was just like really painful situations came up that I really thought I healed from, and it was just confusing to me because I was just like, I made peace with this. God, why does this keep playing off in my mind? Why do I keep just seeing certain things? It was like things that was said where I kept having like night terrors when I was little because it was preparing me for what I'm going through now. I was seeing different things that I'm going through right now. I was dealing with way back then when I was 5 years old. And I told him, I looked him in his face. He's like, why every time I come for you, you screaming, Dad? I come to you and you get real hateful. I said, one day you're going to break my heart. I'm going to hate you for it. And I kept hearing that like over and over, like for the last couple of weeks. And I'm just like, why is this going on? I don't talk to my adopted father. I don't talk to anybody that, that deals with them. I don't talk to any family, period. Especially after all the stuff that I was going through. And it was just like different things was coming up. It was just like, different times he constantly reminded me, no matter what it is, I will pick my wife and her family before I pick you and yours. And he would constantly remind me of those things, or trying to tell me, we got a trust fund for you and the girls, and then you want to wait for a few weeks after my friends pass away, and then tell me, we took you off of it. We took you and the kids off of it. I'll make sure my wife gets all of that. But, I'm going to make sure she takes care of you. Just to do little hateful stuff like that. And those was coming up. And I just really just didn't understand, like, why are these different things coming up? Because it's like, even I can, speak about these different things and I don't have emotions tied to them anymore. These were different things that was just programmed to me that I had to unlearn, And it was like I had to be able to say, I choose me. No matter who didn't choose me, I choose me. And it was just during this time where people really felt like that was that time to really place some kind of spiritual attacks on me. I was just catching it from everywhere. It wasn't anybody trying to give me any kind of peace or distance, just leave me alone. They wanted to find days to, just really attack. And me just being all these type of people that I'm not. And it would come to the point where I had to say, this is the reason why I block people out. If it's going to be when it benefits you, or when you can get something out of me, or what you're using me to create something to hurt me later on, I just shut that out. I said I would rather refuse to be on my own and do my journey on my own than be around people that I've really showed so much love, kindness to, and this is what you constantly put back on me when I no longer allow myself to go through different, playing with my boundaries. I saw I'm not playing that anymore. It's like when you have gone through different stuff as an empath, you have maybe been that one that's always been a reliable. You probably was that person that rearranged your schedule for other people, but people had no problem with inconveniencing you constantly all the time, and didn't even probably show you any kind of appreciation or gratitude. But it had to be that moment where it just made me snap. Like, I'm not wasting one more daggone minute allowing myself to keep constantly being angry. I had to really switch up that perspective, because I'm just like, why all these different things happen? And the way it happened, it was like he passed wanting to speak to me. He really wanted to speak to me. People kept saying he was asking for me. And the way I felt, that I just had this gut feeling, people waited until it got to that point where things could have been said, they made sure it didn't. And it was just like I had that gut feeling, and I had it. That was at that point where I said, I'm not wasting another day allowing myself to be angry and focused on what these people have stole from me, what they have broke my family apart. Everything happened for a reason. I had to really see. I had to be really heavy in my discernment, like really see things, not see them through fear, not see them through hurt, not see it through pain, but seeing it through eyes of realization. Using logic. I had to go through these different things. Yes, these things broke me down. I had to make decisions that it was killing me to make, but this is something I had to do. I had to step away from my children and love them from a distance. I had to be able to digest. They want to hold that broken part of me. If that's what they want to be, I gotta leave you where that broken part of me is. That's in my past. And allow myself to know I gave kindness to people. I've been nice to people, even when they didn't deserve it. I had to be able to forgive people that constantly keep making obstacles and upheavals for me. But then I allowed myself to really see it, like switch the perspective. Because a lot of times if we see things in a negative way, it's hard for us to discern where the blessing is in that mishap or that deception or that betrayal. A lot of times you had to really see when you were down to nothing, how valuable will you be to certain people when you had nothing to offer except kindness, wisdom, knowledge, love, those different things. When you had to be able to go through that, it was just like I was on a whirlwind of emotions, feeling angry, feeling hurt, going through all those different feelings because you're trying your hardest to make peace with things that it will really wreck your life. And it is like not to focus on it like this is my life. I had to be able to change that storyboard into my life. It's like people always constantly tell you are the visionary and the creator of your life. There's a lot of times that you are brought into this world to make a dent in the program of evolution. You're evolving in different ways through trauma. You're evolving through the obstacles, the traps, the different things that people set out for you because they see you're in your peace. Or now you're no longer telling people what your plans are, the different decisions you're making. You're executing. They find out when you execute them. Now you in that vibe of checkmate. You ain't saying nothing unless you have a reason to. And that's at my vibe. I was like, life is too short for me to allow myself to still keep being mad at these people. And it was just, I'm still grieving over my biological father, of having to know that he was in my life but couldn't be in my life in the way that I wanted to be or he wanted to be. It was based off of lies that was told on both sides of us. And I had to be able to live with that. had to be able to live like they're living off the fortune, they're living off the trust fund. You have, you had to be able to go through those different things, and it's just allowing myself to say this was just a kickoff. This was just the startup. When you watch different movies, or different shows, they always got like, okay, how are we going to bring this in? How are we going to bring the crowd in? How are we going to have them peeled to their seats to want to watch this? This is how your life is. It's like, what can I do to knock this person off of some kind of reality, to be able to shake something up, to say your life is not what it actually is. Your life is actually something totally different that was hidden from you or downplayed until it was time for you to go through it. You had to go through some very traumatic things. You had to go through very drastic experiences. You went through things that people were trying to understand. How do you even still have like energy in your life to actually have a softened heart for people after you've been neglected, after you've been abandoned, after you've been spitted on, after you've been shitted on, people, patronizing you, condescending towards you. Now, dry congratulating you, even if you get that. You don't get noticed for the achievements you make. People don't want you being seen as being a person that, hey, I remember when their life wasn't really nothing, or they were not sure in their life about where it's going to go. But they have went through so many different things, and look at how much of a better person they are. Look how much they evolved. People don't want to see you like that. There are some people that do. There's some people that do be in your life like, man, I can see your potential. And y'all know I say that a lot. There's a lot of times where I can feel y'all's potential, and you're just trying to be able to connect with it because life ain't lifing with you right now. I can say that. Life wasn't lifing with me right now, but I'm allowing myself to flow with it. I'm not going against the current no more. Or I'm allowing myself to heal and surrendering. It's not like you have saying the different things you went through, you're condoning what happened, but you're allowing, where can this situation take me to, where it's leading me to talk to other people about the different things that I went through, or I'm connecting with people that had those issues and I've overcome so much, but I'm still trying to find my way, and there's somebody that don't even know the direction, like they don't have their spiritual compass, not realizing God don't set it up for you to be the ultimate blueprint. Okay, that's some deep shit. No, like that's some deep cipher stuff right there. You had to be in this situation like where I tell y'all, I'm very transparent. I say, yeah, I'm going through a whole bunch of, just pain, anguish, just confusion, just hurt. Even when it was just like there was so much pain this man brought to my life, it's still a part of me that died. Going through grief, we're all going through grief. When you're willing to allow change to take in your place, you're grieving a person you used to be. There's a lot of times the old you may come out when certain things come up, where you may be used to replying or responding or even reacting in a low vibrational way. Especially if you want a real Jesus. Not saying that you weak when you don't. If you had to be in that thing like I'm like Miss Seeley, and I think it's like Miss Seeley. I forgot what that other woman name is that Oprah played. All my life I had to fight. I had to fight my whole damn life. I had to fight to be in my peace. And you think I'm about to be selective about who I allow myself to plug into, or me plugging in, allowing somebody to plug into me? When I seen people look like, they treated me like they scraped me off the bottom of their shoe. Like I had people looking down at me and didn't even know why. It was like anytime I could be around my mom's ex-husband's family, and people were like, "Oh hey," and then when they get over in that corner, start that water cooler talk, and all of a sudden folks be looking at me like I got leper. I'm a straight leper. I'm like, damn, you just saying hi, nice to meet you. You got good charisma to the I'm clutching my purse and my pearls. I had to deal with stuff like that. And now it's just like, you have to really, it's like you in the ring. And there are sometimes you may going through stuff and you may feel exhausted, you may feel depleted, you may feel like the world is always against you. It's like when you get into that point where you know the truth of you, it's always going to be hectic. Especially if you're that person who was on the wrong side of the damn street. doing stuff you know you weren't supposed to be doing, hanging out with people you know now since you woke, you will cross the street to get away from certain individuals like that. You don't do that no more. Now, different things upon your growth, what's going to make you a better person, what keeps you stable, what keeps you in mental high abundance in every way, not just financially, emotionally, psychologically, mentally, sexually, shoot, all that. You want to be in your alignment, but we had to be able to go through some very hectic things in our life where you had to discover where your life was going to go. There's a lot of people that they're trying to write your destiny out your life. I'm not going to say that. I don't know why I wanted to say that, but there was a lot of people trying to write you out of your own destiny. Like, oh, that's not a part of somebody's life. That was supposed to be me. Then why didn't God pick you? Oh, wait. Why is it not you? I have to be able to tell people that. Chin check yourself. Chin check. Look at what you're doing. Look at how you're doing it. And you wonder why it wasn't you. You got people out here that just straight stole your whole life away from you and living it beautifully at times. And then you had to find this out. Oh, you struggling? Hell, you can't even get food stamps, Medicaid, or Section 8. And these people over here living, and this supposed to be your life. Like, I forgot what that movie was. Trading Places, I think that's what it was. And I wonder why I used to love watching that movie. Now it makes a lot of sense with Eddie Murphy and all them. And all of a sudden the rich people turn poor and the poor people turn rich. Somebody living your life like that, and to come to find out, let me tell you a little something. It's your higher self. You see how they living like that, and you've been working from tooth to nail, and you can't even overcome it. They won't even help you out with a damn dime. And if they did, it's for show, own self gratification. Baby, that was supposed to be your life. That's your shit. All that. Wait a minute. All of that. Now what you gonna do? That'll be your life. Like, you really had to go through that. That was my life. That was my life. And it had to be, what you gonna do about that? I'm gonna send you on this journey where even though you're scared to tell people about what you're going through because you don't want to be judged, especially when they find out who you're related to. I lose subscribers and views that way, but it's okay. That's more about other people and less about me. My truth is my truth. Anything that I speak on, trust me, I got receipts to back that mess up. I ain't gonna say nothing I can't show proof about. That's one thing I'm not about to do. But it will be those different things that I had to really go through and just be very transparent. Tell people, yeah, I used to have an opiate problem. I used to dance for 6-7 years. Took a break, went back. Yeah, I did. I used to write bounce checks. Used to go to jail back and forth, shoplifting. Used to fight, beat motherfucker ass up. Be different stuff like that. But that's not what I do now. That's not what I do. I got into one fight through my whole spiritual awakening, and that scared the mess out of me because I almost took some folks out. I never want to be like that again, because that was just like me in tune with my darkest side. Like, I was in my darkest moment. Now I tell people that, like, you don't realize when they tell you an empath has a beast in them, it is not dead, it's asleep. Please, people, sometimes they will try you like that, and then sometimes you gotta really show them. Sometimes be like, God, like, nah, don't do that. You like one of the reels on Instagram. It was like when somebody really trying to come at you, and you really trying to show them your inner gangster. Like, you ain't forget that. I'm healing. I ain't healed. Cause I'll knock your teeth down. It'll be one of those type of vibes. God, like, not yet. Hold up. Stop. And it'll be sometimes, go ahead, show them up. And God sometimes allow you to eat somebody's ass up. I was Cujo that day. Man's Best Friend. Anybody know about the movie Man Best Friend and Cujo and stuff like that? One of those things where I was very unhinged. Spence, look out. And I never want to be at that moment, because if there weren't people there, they would have probably found that chick. Like, it was like, where's she at? What part? It was like, what part? It was part of over there. And I'm telling people, and it was really crazy. And just, I didn't even go full force. I was just being light. Hold up. That wasn't full force about what you just did. Okay. It would be one of those type of modes where I had to see myself in my darkest mode. It's your choice if you want to stand there. I know a lot of things that go on in our life we have no control over. We have no control about the cards we deal, but we got to be able to learn how to play that damn hand. You got to play it. You know, be sitting up here, when you got to fake the funk, and I got 5 on a possible 6 and some spades. I don't even know how the hell to play spades, but I'm just saying. I remember how we used to count the books. Like, hey, we got 3 right here, but we're going to tell them we got 7, okay? You know, got to be like that. Sometimes folks be thinking they be at the last card of Uno and be really thinking they done got away with something. Let God come around, use you, and you be the huge ass Uno draw 4 up in this piece. Okay, draw 4 and reverse. It hit reverse and it had draw 4 again. Twice. And they were on that last card and just really thought, oh, and then by the time it gets to that draw 4, not really knowing, oh, you celebrated too early. You go through different stuff like that. And you're going to be into your life where you're going to understand these different things in your life. Like, I had to really chin check myself. Like, hey, don't be having hatred for them. Have love for them. Wait a minute, what? All the stuff these folks done did to me, this and this and that, trying to play in my face. No. When you setting the tone to show that you ain't going to allow nobody to play in your face, when you just, what they trying to give and they trying to come for, you ain't replying to that. You moving in silence. You allowing yourself to see. When, people going to have bump heads sometimes. You're going to be able to agree to disagree. But there's some people out there that live and breathe through that. That's the only way they can be able to move is through drama, chaos, despair, hot mess, all that other stuff that projects narcissism, sadism, and, sociopaths, psychopaths, all that. But sometimes you had to be able to go through that just when something gonna make it click. You had to be able to really go through a downfall. You had to go through a death of a loved one, a divorce, homelessness, losing a job, going through stuff with your children, going through stuff with your family, your siblings. You just really going through stuff. It had to be at your life where when are you going to choose the life to keep allowing yourself to be seen as broken? I had to allow myself to stop seeing myself as broken. If I am beautifully broken, but I said, no, I bend a little bit, but I ain't broken. I may bend a little bit, but I ain't broken. And if it was broken away from my life, it was no longer needed. A lot of time we pray and we hold on to things where God's trying to tear apart out our lives. Like, I got something so much better than that. Why do you keep going back to what's familiar to you? Why don't you step out and do something that's unknown? Yeah, these people hurt you, but how long you gonna allow what hurt you haunt you? I had to be able to tell myself that. How long am I gonna allow what hurt me haunt me? I went through these things. These people helped me see what I can continue to overcome. Even when I didn't want to live anymore, even when these folks constantly try to take me out, God kept on showing me, that ain't a part of your destiny. I know this pain is great, but what I got for you is even greater. I had to be able to allow certain things to happen in your life to be able to use you as the tool. Sometimes I gotta make you play the fool to think the fool is fooling you. Even when you know so much, when you're right, you're not allowing yourself to speak. Even when certain things is taking place in your life, you have every right to be irate, just fed the hell up, go around and find out you got that five-fold type, activation going on, different stuff going on in your life, but you staying silent. And when people know that you showing like, you ain't about to play in my face like that, don't think I know what I know. I'm just not saying that. And I peep game all day, very observant. I used to be able to say, oh, I know when you were doing this, and I know when you were doing that, and that's why I'm going to do this and that, and then wondering why the hell my plans didn't, it didn't come out like that, because I told people what I was doing. I try to call them out for the stuff that I see. They know what they doing. They just want you to bring it up to their attention just so they have something to, bring up to you. I have to deal with that constantly, almost close to every day. And I'm like, I got better things to put my energy in on trying to argue with somebody that's in war with themselves. I'm not in war with myself. I'll clean my karma and my slate. I'm not bearing nobody blessings. No, I'm only bearing my own blessings. I don't even want to deal with my own burdens. So you think I'm about to deal with somebody else's? I didn't even realize how long I was carrying other people's problems. other people's issues. This is at that point, like when I say I have an issue with them, they have an issue with them. I don't have an issue with them because I allowed myself to release whatever them issues were and continue to work on that every day. That's what you have to do with yourself. There may have been something where somebody neglected you, just treated you wrong, just treated you like something that they came out and they done threw you in the trash. There's a lot of folks going through that. You walk around constantly got to be angry because we're hearing people throwing their babies in the trash like they trash. People out here taking their parents out of life because they done took them out for some stuff because you can't stand on business. You trying to leave folks where they say you showing, I ain't got time for your toxic mess. This ain't getting better. It's getting worse. You trying to move on. Somebody trying to take you out because they feel like nobody else can have you but them. You are property. You ain't a person. You can't be happy or blessed without them being attached to it. Now you setting the tone for that. I know my worth. If anything that comes and brings strife to my life or upheavals, I'm just not allowing myself to sacrifice or compromise that anymore. Whatever your issues are that you refuse to release and heal with yourself, allow that to be. That's not my business nor my concern. You do you. Everybody got their time in healing. Everybody got their choice in healing. I'm focusing on me. I pull and pour into my experience on allowing people to know these are the different things that I went through. These are the different things that I struggled with. I struggled with addictions to opiates and alcohol and stuff like that. I dealt with writing bad checks. I used to dance for a while to be able to take care of my kids. I used to have 2 and 3 jobs. Now I ain't had a job in almost close to 9 years. The longest I've ever been without a job is probably like 2 months, and I ain't been working ever since my dad has passed away. Like, I mean, people really trying to just make, like, she don't want to work. No. Anybody who know me, I'm always been on my grind. Where I moved to, I am familiar with stuff like that, and I choose not to live that life no more. So, I'm not about that life. I see the way when you doing dirty stuff has a tendency to come right back to you. I'm trying to clear my life up. You know, hearing all different things about me out in the street, knowing like, where the hell do I find time at? And where all the money at that I'm doing all these things for? Because sister ain't got nothing like that. You know, and just be able to move around. Being able to say what I feel about me is the only concern and importance to me. I'm not going to try to convince something about somebody when you know you got good energy. If somebody is open to energy like that, they gonna know that before you even gotta say, hey. People gonna know that. That's a person I can siphon, or that's a person I can learn from. You gonna be used for something. But it's up to you to choose what you utilize. You know, you at that point in time where it's just like, I feel good about that. And I never thought that somebody's passing would make me feel that way. And that's not saying that it hasn't impacted me, because it really has. It really has, because me and this man has not talked for years. And it's like when we did, I already knew you were up on some shit, and you ain't about to throw me in that trap. Nah, I'm good. You know, and I had to really be able to get like that, because that was hard. I was choking on that truth, where I can feel like this is some stuff that I'm going through sounds like something that's on a Lifetime movie network movie. There's a lot of us out there like that. Like, what? You went through what? You related to who? I get that. People don't want to believe that I went through that. I'm like, okay, well, my question is, what the hell am I getting out of here except looking stupid as hell and crazy if I'm sitting up here saying all this and I ain't got nothing to prove that? What am I possibly getting out of here except making myself look like a whole jackass? Like I'm straight donkey? No, I'm not about to do that. Just not. I went through these things. I lived through these things. Shockingly, by miracle and God's graces, I made it through these things. And I keep overcoming them. They guided me towards these different videos that I uptaken because they know I'm brutal with my truth. Really don't give a damn about how people take it, because it's not me coming out here to disrespect anybody. But hell, if you resonate with something where I say it's truly toxic, baby, that's a chin check for you to be able to check yourself. Don't check me. Check you. Why did it upset you? Especially if somebody that you on a guilty conscience will have everything that goes against God's nature, you will feel it is about you. Yes, because this is something that you're doing. It's only bringing something to the forefront where it's been telling you you need to get right and truth with God. If you're doing that, life is going to tend to get good for you. And a lot of times it's hard for us to do that. Like, I've been healing. I've been trying to let go of a lot of things where my children believe the monsters over me. Other people that know me for years think I'm the worst type of person because people said that about me. Because that's what we had to make sure she has no kind of support. We got to make sure she's seen in the most lowest way. I had to be able to do that. Now I was just like, it ain't trying to be disrespectful, but I just don't give a fuck about what people think about me. I can say I'm very transparent. I don't care about what people say about my past, because my past ain't me. It's sad. I got a lot of people that want to stay on that side of me that didn't know myself, very low vibrational, didn't have love and self-respect for myself. I can say that, yeah, but that's not me anymore. But if you want to keep reminding me of that, I'm gonna leave you right where I left that daggone person I used to be, and it's not in my life anymore. Anything that tends to drain me, I'm distancing myself from it. If you don't have respect, if that makes me a villain, I'll be that. If I'll be that monster, I'll be that. But I'm not one, like, you can say anything, but you can't say I'm easy to play with. It would have been like that years ago, but I'm not that person you can run up on and do that mess to now. I say I can be very extreme with my love and kindness, but if you push me to that point and God allows me to have that permission to unleash hell on your ass, I'm going to show you that side of me too. Both of them are very extreme, but they're equally balanced. So you're just going through different things into your life. It may be hard. You go through things where you are ready for your tears of sorrow to really transform into tears of joy. And it's going to. You just have to keep believing that it will be. There's a lot of times where life will show you where life is just not for you right now. And you be wanting to exit out stage left even. But now it's at that point, I'm here for a reason. You're a giver. You're a strong person, even when people try to convince you you're weak. And it's the strongness that you have. Look at the things, or even where you may question that, look at the different things you done went through. The different things that you done connected with, where, like, even though it was people that the closest people to you is the ones that betrayed you. In some kind of way, you're making it. Even when you feel like you have to walk that journey alone, trust and believe you're never alone. Even when it feels like you're never alone. You're very loved, highly protected. It's to where you had to take the people out of your life that wasn't bringing any. They were uplifting you just in ways they were trying to think they were tearing you down, but that really uplifted you in a way because it allowed you to see your strength, their determination. When you know in your life, where sometimes people will try to make you second guess yourself, will try to make you, punish you for choosing yourself. Okay, I go through that. Go through that highly. Like, how dare you choose yourself? How dare you choose your peace when you don't want to deal with my toxicity and disrespect and my lies and my manipulation and gaslight? Because I'm not about that. I used to be about that, but now a girl got a backbone. Girl got discernment. She uses her gut and her intuitive. She's just not about to do that. She got magic on her. And she tends to show that just by all the stuff that she pushes through. There's so many, it's just, you don't know what God and universe has really done protected us with. And these are different things that we go through, that we get through to get to. So I hope you were able to resonate with this. If you would love to donate to the channel, Cash App is there. If you would love to talk to me one-on-one, email is there. Much love. God bless. Happy holidays. Much love to you. Peace.